And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at ShipShape from Rob Davio and Calliope Games. Sometimes you take a look at a game because other people tell you it's good. This is the case of ShipShape. I didn't know much about it. I had come across it. The front of the cover here showing pirates and stuff, it looked a little generic, but I just didn't think much about it. Then several people told me that it was quite good and they had a good time with it. I noticed Rob Davio's name. He's made some really excellent games over the year. And I heard that it had simultaneous card play, which is something I like in games. So I gave it a try. Let's see what I think. The goal of the game is to get the most coins. Each player is going to be given a random hold for Voyage 1, and that's going to be placed in the middle of the table. Then you're going to take a pile of these, and there's a ton of these, equal to the number of players times 3. So here, if I'm playing a 4-player game, I would take 12 of these, and you kind of shuffle them, and you can rotate them, and you're going to build a stack of these, and you can see, look at that hole goes all the way through, neat. And you're going to put that in the middle of the table. Each player is going to get a deck of cards that's numbered from 1 to 10 of different pirates in their hands. And then you'll start Voyage 1. Now what's going to happen is each player in the game is going to play a card face down. All the cards are going to be revealed. So each player will play a card, you'll reveal all the cards, and then whoever plays, if you play at the same number as somebody else, those cards are discarded. People who haven't had their cards discarded are then going to, whoever played the highest number takes the top one, or played the next highest number takes the next one, so forth. Then the people who were involved with the tie will each play another card. And if it's another tie, you discard them, keep going. Otherwise, they will then take them in order from highest to lowest. Now, once you take one of these, you're going to be placing it on your board. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can rotate them, but the same numbers are on both sides, and flip them, and you're just going to place it on your board. And then, after everyone's placed it on their board, you'll do it again, and eventually, you're going to have 3 tiles on your board. So let's pretend this is my final setup. Once everyone's done with that, you go to scoring. So players are going to score for the 3 different objects that you can see here. You have gold, you have contraband, and you have cannons. So first, each player will score for their gold. Gold is simply the number of gold you can see minus the number of rats. So here this person has 9 minus 2, they would get 7. This person 6 minus 3, they would get 3, and then you just take the money as you get it. This person has 10, and this person has 9. Then you'll take cannons. Cannons are your amount of cannons minus the lowest amount of cannons in the board. This person has 6 cannons, this person has 9 cannons, this person has 2, and this person has 0. 0 is bad. That means 6 minus 0, this person gets 6 points, this person gets nothing, this person gets 2, this person gets 9. If this person was not here on a 3-player game, this person would get 4. 6 minus 2 is 4, etc. And then contraband, everyone gets money for their contraband except whoever has the most. So 9, 9, 5, and 6. 9 and 9 are the most. They get nothing. And these players, this person would get 6. This person would get 5. Finally, if you completely fill your ship and have no empty spaces, you get 8 coins. And this player managed to do that. Then you take these coins. You'll clear your ships, discarding these. You're going to go to Voyage 2. You'll draw some cards randomly equal to the number of players. These cards are different. The highest number is going to go to the person with the most coins. Why? Because this shows the most negative stuff. In the beginning, the rats are minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And then you'll see even the lowest number here starts with some cannons printed on the board, which makes it even easier to fill that and get your bonus of 8 coins at the end. After Voyage 2 is done, you'll do the same thing with some Voyage 3 cards. After Voyage 3, you're going to add together the coins, and whoever has the most is the winner. The main thing in this game are all these tiles. So they're foam core tiles with stuff on the outside. They're really quite nice. They're light. They're easy to tell apart, the different symbols on them. The purple, the gold, and the cannons, they look very different. The one thing that I think that's maybe difficult about this game is everything barely fits in a box. See, this fills with the tiles. There's a plastic insert, and then you shove the cards in between them, and it's a really tight fit. But it does work. The coins are fine. They're nice token coins. The artwork on the pirates is fine. It's the same artwork for everybody. When you play these cards, by the way, you don't get the card back until you're down to one card. Once you're down to one card, you pick all your cards up and play them again. The backs of them are different colors. I'm kind of surprised that the fronts aren't also maybe a color, but that's a minor thing. The cards are also okay quality. They're shiny, glossy cards. I would have preferred linen finish, but again, it's not that big of a deal. Components for this game are fine. Well, there you go. That's ShipShape. Now, the end result of this, I'll start at the end result, is that I really enjoyed this game. It is a light, fun, play cards, reveal them, build your thing. I played this with my family. I played it with gamers. It works in both situations. It is a lighter game to be sure, but it is a lot of fun as you try to have a lot of gold, have the second most contraband, and a lot of cannons. And also fill up your thing, which is not always so easy to do. But it's not so, it seems like a game that might be very analysis paralysis. So you take your thing and how do I fit it in? But it's not really. You're like, flip, there's the best place. All right, next. And you go on. In fact, if I might say something somewhat negative about the game, the bidding seemed a little weird to me. Now, there's a lot of games that are like this that use this bidding thing where you all play a card and the highest card wins and then the second highest wins, and in this case, a tie put you back to the bottom, and so you're trying to outthink other people. But in most of these games that are like this, if you bid the highest, then you get the best thing, and the second highest, you get the second best thing. You may want the third tile down. Maybe. You can't always even see the third tile. You can look, you stand up and look down, but you can't necessarily see what's covered up by the other tiles. So you might say, I want one that covers up the center. It's the second tile down. That's all well and good, except it's kind of a weird bluffing. At the end of the day, I would bid high if I want the top tile. And if I didn't want the top tile, I'd bid low. And the subtleties and all the intricacies of this bidding aren't really there. At the end of the day, you're just bidding and taking a tile. It's about working with the tile you get. And yes, there's sometimes, oh man, I can't believe we tied. I really want that top tile. And that happens, but again, sometimes you get the second tile and you're like, well, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. I didn't even realize it. So deep strategy people will probably be a little annoyed by that. I didn't mind too much because the game is light. It's a very light, entertaining game, and I think this is what I would consider to be somewhat of a gateway game, a game that people who haven't played many games before and or don't know much about games other than Monopoly, this would be one I would point them to because it's simple and easy, and most importantly, it's fun. The pirate, smuggler, sea captain theme works well, and the concept is good. It has a nice little catch-up mechanism where whoever has the most gold gets the hardest hold to start the next journey, and that actually works really well. You just didn't have a good round for whatever reason. You might get a much easier hold to work with in the following one. And at the end of the day, I found that scores can be fairly close, so it works well. I like it. ShipShape, check it out. Dice Tower Judgment, approved.